Good evening, everybody here on the Realm Network and Russo's brand. It is Sunday evening. It is the evening when I get together with my good friend, Big Vito LaGrasso. We break bread, bro, and we bring it right here to you on the Realm Network every Monday. We film Sunday night, but we release it on Monday. We're doing a little 5-minute tease for the good people of Twitch. You're going to get a little taste of what this show is about. If you want to subscribe to the Realm Network, just go to russosbrand.com. You get 5 shows: Big Vito, Disco, Castrating the Marks, Stevie Rich's, Bucket Full of Chicken X. You get it all for less than $1 a week. Just go to russosbrand.com. Vito, you look absolutely shot. Tell everybody what you've been doing today.
Housework since 10 o'clock this morning. We're talking fixing the shed, patching up stuff outside, painting the deck, going to doing lawn maintenance, doing gardening, just everything you can think of outside, and just refurbishing the outside. When I finished, I started at 10. I walked back in my house at 8:45. So it was a long day.
Now, Vito, I got to ask you this, bro, because I just realized it. Why the heck did you shave, bro?
Why? I have a project coming up that I have to be clean shaven for. So, I can't really tell anybody right now, but I had to shave.
Big pride, you can't even tell me. You're kayfabing me, bro.
No, I'll tell you off air. I just thought I don't want to give it away on Twitch. If they want to hear it, they can subscribe to the network.
All right. Big project coming up for Big Vito.
That's it, Vince. I get, when it comes to housework, taking care of the house, I really enjoy doing outside stuff, and I love being outside. Everybody knows that I'm an outdoorsman. You're talking about washing down your barbecue, doing the walkway, doing the lawn, doing it. And I actually enjoy that stuff. It's refreshing. It's peaceful. I like working by myself, and, doing the painting outside, and, fixing the front door, fixing the siding, all this stuff is like, I use my common sense. I'm not a master at any of this stuff. I just, think of ways to fix it. I fix it. It works. If it doesn't fix, I'll ask somebody for help. But 9 times out of 10, I figure it out. I'm not handy. I'm handsome, but I got to make things work sometimes.
We got a wise guy on Twitch. I have to ask you this because it kind of popped me a little bit. Okay, bro. A second with Smith is the Twitch handle. You ready, bro?
Go ahead.
He wants me to ask Big Vito LaGrasso. Bro, this is him now. It ain't me. It ain't your paisan, bro.
Go ahead.
This guy wants me to ask you if those are Kenny Bolin beats, bro. Vito?
Absolutely not. I had a fan send them to me. And thank you for asking, though. I greatly appreciate it. This is Getting Color, Big Vito LaGrasso show on the Realm Network, doing something for Vince Russo on Twitch to get everybody to come to the Realm Network. Everybody subscribe to the Big Vito brand, something that's growing, something that's becoming something. We are developing our own stuff. We are entrepreneurs, and we're doing something that's great. Guys, thank you very much for the question. I greatly appreciate it.
Bro, I think you're covering up. There was a lot of chatter there because I think you're covering up. Those might be Kenny Bolin beats, bro. Are they?
Nah. If they were, I'd say I'm man enough to say it. But I mean, he'll give. He wanted to give them away for food. I remember when I first started talking to Kenny. He says, "Yeah, I got these extra headphones there." I says, "Okay, Kenny. I'm just learning the business. And I says, if you want to send them, oh, no, I can't do that. It's going to cost me a bundle and everything. I said, all right, Kenny, then keep them. I'll get my own. And one of the fans was nice enough to send me, via Amazon, because I have an Amazon list with some of the things I like. And there they appeared. So
Vito, I got to get to another Twitch comment. Vito, these are them. It's not me.
Go ahead.
It's not me, bro.
Ask away.
Somebody is Gerezar, Gerazar 185. You ready, Vito?
Go ahead.
Can we see that lovely Noel? Mama Mia, what a beauty.
Yeah, if you want to go to the Big Vito brand, go look at her all day long. I really don't care.
Nice.
That's fine. Enjoy.
Yeah, he's
Enjoy.
there all day long. And Vito, am I in line by saying if you go over to the Big Vito brand, the lovely Noel is on a daily basis sporting cleavage? Is that okay for me to say?
Of course. It sells tickets. I hope it sells some t-shirts. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, that cleavage sells tickets, bro. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Bro.
it looks
Let's be
good.
honest. All right, Vito, listen, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this. I'm going to give Twitch a couple of minutes, bro.
Okay.
Now, Vito, I got to tell you something, bro. All right, let me start here, Vito. I saw on Netflix yesterday. Vito, you got Netflix?
We have it in the house, yes.
Okay, I started watching a documentary with Amy about the 70s.
Okay.
And the first part of this, bro, was about television in the 70s. Okay. Vito, anybody can watch this. So, good old Vinny Rue ain't making this up. It's if you got Netflix, go watch this video. Vito, there was a documentary about television in the 70s, and they talked about the origins of Monday Night Football 1971. Okay, bro? And when you watch a Vito, this was 1971. So 81, 91, 2001, 2011. We're going on almost 50 years now, bro. 50 years ago. Okay, bro. This was the game plan with Monday Night Football. The executives at ABC knew that this was the first time they were taking football to prime time, bro, and putting football on in prime time, bro. They just could not afford for the hardcore the hardcore football fans and football fans alone to be the only ones watching this show. You following me so far, Vito?
I'm following you.
So back in 70, bro, the executives at NBC knew that they had to broaden this show because they wanted to get the casual television viewers, the casual football fans to watch this show. They wanted to draw the masses, not just the fans of the NFL. So they knew they had to add entertainment to this show. And this is why they went out and they got they got Howard Cosell, they got Dandy Don Meredith. They put these two guys together. It was almost like a comedy duo. Later they included Frank Gifford. They always brought celebrities into the booth, but they purposely knew we've got to broaden our audience in order to get the numbers we need prime time. Vito, does that sound familiar to you?
Absolutely. I can't expect. It's some ingenuity. Somebody must have watched a documentary years ago to get that kind of performance that they're doing now, and I think it's pretty relative of the way TV and networks are, doing business today. And I think it was a great thing. I mean, if you look at now, we're talking, guys. If you ever watched the '60s and '70s shows where they had great humor, I'll name a show like Laugh-In. All the greatest comedians were on that show. And if you ever watch that show and you will like that, you could be funny. You could talk about homosexuality. You could talk about drinking. You could talk about sex. And nobody got offended. That's how light and airy everything was. And that's why I love the 70s and the 60s, because on TV, there was no, not everybody had a problem. It was just a fun-loving time. And when you got to watch a show like Laugh-In and you got to watch the greatest comedians of all time and really that was like there was a diving board to leap into fame, I got to tell you, it's something that you really appreciate.
Yeah, and Vito, this was 50 years ago today that still applies today. And it's what we did in the Attitude Era, bro. We needed more than just wrestling fans. So we opened up the envelope. We brought it up that horizon. We had a little bit of everything. But today, Okay, they are catering to fans they already have. Now, guys, I gotta sign out. Twitch, I told you I was only gonna give you a little 5-minute tease, bro. That's what you get because you're on Twitch, and that's my gift to you. But also, bro, the Realm Network, they're paying a subscription price, bro. So I can't give you the show in its entirety, but I will tell you this, bro. I am about to go in. It dawned on me yesterday, bro. I had a Rocky Mountain Pro show yesterday, our first television tapings, very successful. And that experience made me without a shadow of a doubt, bro, know what the problem is with televised wrestling today without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to talk to Vito about that. We're going to continue this conversation on the Realm Network. Remember, guys, you guys can subscribe to the Realm Network, russosbrand.com. It's less than $1 a week. Vito, say goodbye to everybody over at the Twitch.
Peace out, people. Check out bigvito.com after you do the Russo brand and do your Twitch. We got some good stuff on there. Peace out, people.
Yeah. All right, guys. And remember, I'll see you tomorrow night. We'll do Raw Monday night as usual, bro. The whole 3 hours. I'll see you guys. I might even see you in the morning. We'll see. Thanks for joining me on Twitch, you guys. All right, Vito. We had our first television tapings at Rocky Mountain Pro yesterday.
Right.
Now, Vito, you got to understand, I'm working with guys and gals that are very green because we've got Matt Yaden's Mercury Wrestling Academy. They're all students, bro. They all come to this school never having worked a day in their lives. We train them at this school. Matt does this stuff in the ring. I do this stuff with the character development, whatnot. And then we move them on to the show. So, these guys and gals that we are using on the show are relatively inexperienced, Vito. So we had our first television taping. And, yesterday we taped 2 shows. We're going to be on Channel 3 in Denver. I got the call letters right here. KCDO TV, starting June 3rd, Sundays at 4 o'clock in Denver. Vito, the tapings went very, very smoothly with a lot of kids that were absolutely green, never been on TV before, knew nothing about the hard camera. Went as smooth as could be. I would give it a 9 out of a 10. As far as production and doing what we had to do and being able to pull it off. And when I walked away from this, Vito, there was one thing I realized when I walked away from this, and oh, excuse me, hold on, I gotta have some coffee. Hold on. One thing I realized when I walked away.
What's that?
And this is the biggest problem with WWE today because, bro, the formula and the very foundation is absolutely broken. It's been broken for a long time. It's kind of like, a Kramer with the Merv Griffin talk show. They got to shut down and retool. They need to shut down and retool. Vito, here's what I came to yesterday. Bro, I don't care if you're using green kids. I don't care if you're using young kids. I don't care what the talent on the show is. Vito, if your wrestling show is an hour long, just 1 hour long, it's very, very difficult not to make it a good show. Because that hour, bro, I'm telling you, you've got an hour, which equates to about 44 minutes of television. Bro, today, with people's attention spans, that is just enough time. Once you go over an hour, they start losing you. And within that hour, bro, the pacing, little vignette match, little vignette character development match, storyline match, vignette, boom, 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 boom. You keep hitting them with your rights and your lefts, bro. Before you know it, that our television show is over. Bro, I don't believe you can produce a bad hour of wrestling no matter who you're using. Now, Vito, we know they got 3 hours. Okay, bro, this is what it comes down to again. USA Network is paying them 3 hours, bro. Okay, and USA is selling advertising rates based on the people watching that show. Okay, right, bro. My point is, if it's only an hour, because of people's attention spans today, in that hour, bro, you are going to grow your audience tremendously. So now USA is going to sell ad time to larger numbers and a larger audience. And I believe it's going to be a wash over the 3 hours anyway, bro. But I swear last night, bro, doing it with kids, I realized with a shadow of a doubt, bro, their formula is broken. The 3 hours is greed. They could get the same end results, bro, by making that show an hour long.
I totally agree with you because when I was doing when I was running an organization in Arizona and in Florida, and we were doing TV, all the matches were 2 and 3 minutes, and everybody, all these young guys were mad. And I said, guys, I said, what are you being mad about? Well, we only got 2 or 3 minutes. I said, because it's TV. You have 2 minutes or 3 minutes of a match. You do your spots. Your match is condensed. Everything looks snug. Everything looks good, and the day flows. It wasn't until after when they said, we really missed your seminars before and working with us in the ring, the whole place. Man, and you really made a lot of sense after the fact because we go to shows and we go to TVs and they do it too long and it's 15 and 20 minutes and you don't get out of it till after 12, 1 o'clock at night. And when I did the TVs, we were in at 8, we were done by 9:30, and that's with a little bit of an intermission, but they were doing like 3 weeks of TV, 4 weeks of TV, and I got all those matches in 2 and 3 minutes. Everybody had a storyline. Everybody had a point. Everybody had a purpose. The attention span was there. Everybody liked it. And it was like, the Vin Russo formula. You know what I mean? You got a match, promo, match, promo, commercial, come back to a promo. Always a vignette, always getting character development. The wrestling was over because the characters were over. And if you do that, you're going to have a successful show. Doesn't mean you have to have 10-hour matches or a half-hour match, a 25-minute match. Nobody wants to watch a 25-minute match anymore. Everybody just wants to see the promos because that's more interesting. That's how society is. We want to know about the character, the person. We don't want to know about the inside. We already know the wrestling part, who's going to win, who's going to lose. But seeing how the character develops into that state, think that's what's missing in wrestling today.
Yeah. And Vito, again, I understand it's business and I understand, hey man, USA Network is paying, Vince McMahon and the WWE for 3 hours. I understand that. But USA are selling their ads based on the amount of people that are watching Raw. My point is, bro, if they shorten this down to an hour and forget 2 hours, screw 2 hours, bro. They can't write 2 hours. It doesn't matter. They can't write 3. They can't write 2. If they condense this show to an hour, bro, they're going to increase their viewership tremendously. Now USA is going to be selling advertising on higher numbers and they're going to be able to charge more, bro. At the end of the day, it would be an absolute wash. I mean, Vito, how many times do we sit there on Monday night and it is so blatantly obvious all they're trying to do is stretch the time. They're just stretching, and oh my God, we got 3 hours to fill. Bro, I swear to you, Vito, out of the 3 hours of Raw, and you take away what, bro? You take away 16 minutes an hour, so 32, 48. So out of the 2 hours and 12 minutes of that show, bro, that's what it comes to. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Bro, I guarantee you there may be, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Out of that 2 hours and 12 minutes, bro, there may be 42 minutes of important content. 42 minutes that they need to get on the air, important matches, important characters. The rest of it, bro, is just freaking filler. And listen, bro, it's all about greed, Vito. It's all about money, because if nobody at the WWE can look at that model and not understand this model is broken. This model is not working. People out there have so many more choices in life and on television. The attention spans are shorter and shorter and shorter. We need to adjust the model. I can't believe, Vito, they don't already know that. But again, greed. We're gonna water down our product in order to make more money. Bro, if it were my company, I never in a million years would water down my product and make my product seem less important just in order to get more money.
Well, I want to ask you a question. Now, we have two other companies who have TVs. That's TNA Impact and Ring of Honor, I believe. Right? Now, do you follow any of those programs at all?
I really don't, bro. I really don't. I have been watching NXT lately. I have been watching the New Japan product lately.
All right,
Bro, those shows are bearable to me, Vito, because they're an hour. Now, bro, granted, there aren't as many vignettes as I like or storytelling or interviews at all. But even with straight wrestling, Vito, an hour is bearable.
All right, but let's do NXT because most people know the NXT product. Now, on the NXT show, do they have a lot of vignettes or do they have more wrestling?
More wrestling.
Okay, and in Japan stuff, I really think it's just wrestling, 100% wrestling, no vignettes at all.
No.
Okay. Now, if you were to put the NXT show on the USA Network, would it be able to sell and be a productive product?
I believe if you put the NXT product on the USA cable channel right now, I believe, bro, say you did it this way, Vito. The first hour was NXT, the last 2 hours were Raw. I would almost guarantee you that 1 hour of NXT would match the same ratings for the 2 hours of Raw. I would almost guarantee you that, bro.
I think you're right. And I think that giving them a different flavor of NXT because there is different character development in NXT and it's more on the indie scene closer to that. And I think they're more creative and they have more flexibility. I think it would be productive. And if they did do the character development with the vignettes in NXT, I think, like I've been saying all along, that can be its own component and its own organization in itself to where it would be very productive and lucrative on TV.
Vito, that's always been the problem with the WWE, bro. I started with them in 1994, and the first day I walked into the office, it was the same problem then that it is today. So what, 94, 25 years later, bro, they've never been able to adjust and keep up with the times, bro. The television habits of viewers in 2018. What are the other shows they're up against and they're competing against? And how is they've never been able to adapt, bro. They're always behind the curve, always, constantly. I think a lot of that has to do, Vito, with the wrestling bubble. And I talk about the wrestling bubble all the time. This is 365 days a year, 12 months out of the year. It's nonstop. So you got the important people making the decisions, whether it's Stephanie, Shane, Triple H, Vince, whoever the hell it is, bro. They're so wrapped up in this wrestling bubble 365 days out of the year. They have no idea what's going on the outside of the bubble. That's why, bro, the wrestling business is always 10 years behind, bro. They're never able to adjust and keep things up to speed.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you watch the NBA, right? Okay. What's good about it? There's the game going on, but during the game, they have interviews with the coaches. Then you have your interviews with the analysts. Then you have the halftime show where they go back and forth. Then they go to the end of the game and they recap. The people actually watch these shows because they like the interaction and they like to watch the characters come and compare notes and do their thing. after the show, during the show, and they like to have the interaction. You can't have a whole thing of interviews, but I think they give more interviews during the NBA than they have ever, and they give TV time to the personalities. That's why it draws them. They have a lot of viewers. Baseball, they do it, they get the manager, they get a coach, you listen to them. But basketball is where you get the most bang for your buck as far as viewers and interaction with the fans, interaction with the people, and the people get to know who the coaches are. They see faces, they just don't know names. Now they see Shaq and they see Kobe and they see Barkley and Kenny Smith, and the guys. And that's why I think it's very successful. And I think that's why they got a great viewer rating, because of the interaction.
Vito, I have said I'm not an NBA guy. I don't really follow NBA, NHL. I'm not. But I have said before in the past, bro, I'll put the post game on without even watching the game, bro. I'll go to the post game on TNT because I love Shaq, Barkley, and Kenny Smith. That is so freaking entertaining to me. I watch the post show, bro, without ever watching the game.
Not because that's where it's at, because you like to hear them out, you like their interaction, and it's like watching an interview and the characters, and they are characters on the show.
Yeah, I just, bro, the one thing that bugs me more than anything about the WWE, bro, and listen, let me make this straight again, okay, bro? I know they're successful. I know they're making money, but listen, guys, let's be honest. They're the only freaking game in town. They better be making money. Impact Wrestling would have been making money if they were the only game in town. They're the only game in town. Ring of Honor is not competition. They're the only game in town. So it's like, okay, bro, you're making money. I understand it, but you've got a niche audience. How much more money would you be making if you grew that audience out like we did during the Attitude Era? Bro, my biggest pet peeve, I think, with the WWE is, bro, try something new. Like, try something new. They never try anything new, Vito.
I got a question for you. We talk about the Attitude Era, and you talk about how lax the WWE is. Now, if the Attitude Era was the most successful era in wrestling, along with the NWO and WCW for a small time there, why won't they go back to that formula?
I say that all the time, Vito. There's a history. There's a record. You can go back and you can see what worked. Then you can dive into that. You can pick that apart. You can investigate. You can do your homework. Why did this work? What did we do? So here's the problem, bro. Nobody wants to do that. I don't know what to blame outside of laziness. And here's what they'll tell you, Vito. Oh, it's a different time. I don't want to freaking hear that. You know what worked in the past, like Vito said. Why wouldn't you revisit that, bro?
Now, being with that said, when we went to WCW and everybody was complaining about, viewership and all this stuff and what we got going on, and this was at the end of the NWO era, and you came in, and the ratings were down. You brought the ratings up. You got it to 2.3 million, and they weren't happy. They said they needed higher numbers. You said, you got to give me a chance. They already came up. What do you want me to do? Now, you were doing something different that generated interest. A couple of things might have been a little goofy, but you just made interest. You showed up as an on-air character. That drew heat. That made things good. When you were sitting in the chair and you were the voice, that was good. When you had Roddy Piper and Flair and all these guys playing along with you, that was great. When you go back and watch wrestling today, what do you go watch? You go watch WCW 2000, 1999, 90, 2001, the end of the shows there. That's what you go watch. If you hit some of the NWO stuff, but it was at the end of the 2000, from 98, 99, 2000, 2001, when you go back and watch reruns, that's the time you watched. And what were you doing? Same thing you did at the Attitude Era. You brought something different to the table. And that's why it was successful. And that's why people go and watch those reruns. That's why people like wrestling.
Yeah, and Vito, and I'm telling you, bro, Rocky Mountain Pro is only a local show. It's on here locally in Denver. I think it goes to like the 150 million homes, something ridiculous. But it's only a local station, bro. I guarantee you, the same exact formula will work. The same, and again, going back to the beginning of this conversation, 1970, the executives at ABC knew that they had to do that. It is no different today, bro. The whole idea is to expand that audience, open up the envelope, a little something for everybody. And, bro, you have to accommodate for the shorter attention spans. You have to accommodate that, bro. You can't freaking ignore that. And what the WWE has done is they've watered down their product to take more money from the USA Network. They compromised their product, bro. And
Okay.
listen, to me, the product is number one. I don't care, bro, if it's a wrestling product. I don't care if it's a shoe company. The product is number one. Once you start compromising that product for more money, less and less people are going to stop watching that product. And that's what they've done. They've compromised the product to get 3 hours of programming.
Okay, now I want to ask you another question. I would like to know if time slotting is important for a successful wrestling show.
Yeah, bro, and they're in a prime spot, bro. Prime time, Monday night, anything prime time, bro. Monday to Thursday, anything. They're in a prime spot. Absolutely, that's important.
Okay, now with Rocky Mountain Pro, being that you're going to do this again, what is your time slot?
We are on Sundays, bro, at 4 o'clock, which is no problem in me, bro, because Sunday at 4 o'clock, football games are going to be going on. And, bro, there's going to be halftime during those football games. And some of those football games are going to be blowouts, bro. And people are going to be surfing around for something else. And I guarantee you, when they surf past Channel 3, something's going to be going on to catch their eye. And they're going to stay with it, and they're going to check it out the next week and the following week, and that's how you hook viewers. So Sunday at 4 o'clock is not by any means a great time slot, but I think it's a good time slot because there's a lot of people watching television that time because of football.
Now, I want to ask a question. This is something I could not figure out, and this is something you can help me with. When you talk about gaining viewers and getting the views, right? How long do you have to switch your TV onto that channel to be counted as a viewer?
That's a good question, Vito. But I think if you're a Nielsen family and they still do it the old Nielsen way, bro, they still do it that way. You literally sit down there with pencil and paper and you do exactly what you said, bro. They are writing down when they change the channel, what they changed it to, how long they watch that. It's that meticulous, bro, with the Nielsen families. Now, I don't know exactly how long they have to be watching for it to register. That I don't know. I mean, I could find that out, but I don't know that exactly.
But that's a great question because if people are surfing through the channels, like you're saying, does a click of the channel mean it counts as a viewer? Or do you have to sit there and watch for 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes? I mean, because that makes a difference.
I think they got to sit there, bro, for a certain period of time. I think maybe a minute or two. But, bro, that's the thing. That's why you want to hook them. That's why you want to hook them
No,
because the
I agree
longer
with you.
they stay there, the greater your number is growing.
Well, I don't think a lot of people would ask these questions. That's why I'm asking them because they're good questions because you need to know how long to click on for, what kind of viewers you want, what do you want to look for. And it's just like doing your Twitch. You gave them a little bit, you got everybody's attention. So if you had 500 people on that 3 minutes of time, right? Then you know they were going to be on for 3 minutes. You had 500 people. Imagine if you were on the 6 minutes. Would you get double? Maybe not, but they know that you're going to be on for those 3 minutes. So they want to catch you what you're doing. And you make a good point with the Twitch. So if you have to make an analysis of how to do DV to TV and a wrestling show, Twitch would be the answer to what we're doing today.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Vito. Absolutely. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up because I know Vito's tired. He's been working all day. I think that was a good discussion. We can continue to have the discussion, but my point is, guys, the model is broken. The model is broken. Adjust the model to 2018. At least look into adjusting the model to 2018. Vito, tell me everything that's going on with you, my friend.
Well, I hope everybody goes to bigvito.com. We are our own brand, and we got the Big Vito brand, guys. We subscribe to our YouTube, go to our Twitter, go to our affiliates, go to bigvito.com, check out our programming, check out our merchandise, check out everything we got going on. We have something for you on our catalog of shows, and believe me, you'll be entertained. I will give you something that happened with our psychic this past Thursday. He got in touch with the spirits. His internet was doing great. His router was bought brand new. He got supercharged. I was talking to him before the show. Everything was fine. He got in touch with the spirits. He was doing a live psychic reading. All of a sudden, he starts flickering in and out. His mic was dropping. This was happening. That was happening. It was the spookiest thing you ever seen, but it was reality of if you believe in the spirits and you believe in the psychic, he had a kick off, come back on, kick off, come back on. Show got interrupted. I got back with him later on, and everything was fine.
Bro, hold on a minute. How do we know this guy wasn't pulling the plug out and putting it back in and pulling it out and putting it back in?
He doesn't look that smart.
All right. Okay. All right. And Vito, I like the expression catalog of shows, bro. Very nice.
I've come up in the world.
I like that. All right, Vito, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to carry on. I got a couple other things to do, but I want to let you go, bro, because I know you worked a long day. And, bro, we'll catch up during the weekend. As always, man, thanks for joining me, bro.
All right, everybody, take care. It's the Big Vito brand signing off. Peace out, everybody.
All right, take care. Big Vito, everybody. Listen, I want to remind everybody, yesterday, bro, Saturday was record store day, bro. Freaking unbelievable. I went to a record store here in Colorado. Bro, the weather in Colorado was crappy yesterday, bro. Crappy. Rainy, snowy, cold. Bro, there was a line wrapped around the store almost, okay? So everybody's waiting online. Bro, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There was a door on the right of this place. It's called Black and Red. It's in Colorado. There was a door to the right. There was a door to the far left. Everybody's waiting in line at the door to the right, bro. So that at 10 o'clock, they open the door. Everybody's waiting online to get in. Bro, what do you think Vinny Rue does? Vinny Rue goes in the door to the left. I mean, bro, what am I, an imbecile? I go in the door to the left because everybody's on the door to the right. But, bro, I'm going to tell you also what I did, too. This is the God honest truth. Because I went into the door on the left, bro, I really went in to check it out. I mean, I'm telling you guys this as an absolute shoot. Those people were waiting online, and I was not going to, get in the store and then go to the front of the line and start looking through the record store albums, the record day albums. I was not going to do that because that wasn't right. So I'm telling you, bro, even though I went in because I wanted to kind of check out what was happening on the inside of the store. How did they set up the special albums for Record Store Day? That's what I really wanted to check out. And when I went in, I mean, bro, it was an absolute zoo. So I just kind of watched. I kind of observed. I did not buy anything. I did not attempt to buy anything because I didn't want to cut the line of all those people that were waiting on the outside. That's a shoot. I went back today, bro, to see if they had anything left over. There wasn't too much. I mean, everybody picked through the stuff, but bro, it was insanity. And I got to be honest with you, bro. When I experienced this, I was like, bro, they could just go to vinylmeplease.com. They could just go to the greatest wrestling source online, vinylmeplease.com, bro. They could join the Record of the Month Club for a month or 3 months or a year, bro. They could have access to beautiful albums, 180 gram, beautiful artwork, original artwork, bro. Multicolored albums, beautiful, beautiful pieces of art, bro. No lines, no headaches, no nonsense. You do it all right at your computer, vinylmeplease.com. And bro, if you don't want to subscribe to the club, they got an online store, bro. They turn the inventory over every month. They turn the inventory over and put new product in there, bro. No headaches, no hassle, no lines, no nothing. Vinylmeplease.com. Every genre of music, bro. Reissues from the 60s, the 70s to bands that literally just came out in the last 3 months. Vinylmeplease.com. Check them out. I want to remind everybody listening to this, please check me out on Twitch. I'm putting a lot of work in on Twitch. I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes of Rocky Mountain Pro on Twitch. I've got a schedule up of what I'm doing on Twitch. I'm doing something different every single day. I got a full schedule. Just go to Twitch, Vince Russo Live. You could follow, you could subscribe, you could cheer bits. It's just a way to really just support me, Vince Russo, what I'm doing on my own to try to generate just some extra income for me and my family. But check out Twitch. For you, those of you listening on Realm, I want to thank you for your support, bro. I cannot do this without you. I don't take you for granted. That's why I never miss a beat, and I am here every single day. Also, tomorrow on Monday, bro, I'm going to be recording That's Life. You can see me record That's Life live on Twitch, bro, and even ask some of your questions, bro, and I will answer them. I usually do that sometime at about 8 a.m. in the morning, Mountain Time, about 8 a.m. my time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Join me tomorrow on Twitch. That's Life. You'll see that for free, and then I will release that later on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. So just check it out, bro. Again, all your support is greatly appreciated. I thank you guys for listening to the show. I will see you tomorrow, bro. Same bat time, same bat channel.